I am an American baby who likes to share her opinion about politics. I also love art, particularly pictures of Death and the Maiden. A very young woman with a skeleton or skull makes us think about trying to stay alive, which isn't going to happen if this jag-off-in-chief gets 4 more years of ignoring medical experts. His own chief of staff even said, "We're not going to control the pandemic." What? Trump doesn't give a gosh darn about the health of the American people, even those who support him. He recently held a rally in Omaha and bussed in a ton of people. When the rally ended, there were no buses to take these folks home. Trump just left them stranded in the bitter cold. And if that's how he treats those who like him, what about the rest of us, who frankly can't stand him? I am so mad that there is even a chance that this lying sociopath could win again. How is it possible? We are supposed to be a democracy, but in 2016, he lost the popular vote by 3 million. The last time I made a movie, I decried the Supreme Court for its decision to install George W. Bush as president. He also lost the popular vote. In fact, losing the popular vote is pretty much guaranteed for Republicans. The Senate is controlled by the Republicans, even though their total number of votes was 15 million fewer than the Democrats. Both California, with 40 million people, and Wyoming, with only 500,000, get 2 senators. That's 80 times more power for a Wyoming citizen than for a California one. So when this third hard-right Supreme Court justice got voted on, the Republicans, representing a minority of Americans, shoved her in. I live with a wonderful couple. There's this art videographer named John who films me for YouTube. He's a great guy, but I worry the pressures of this upcoming election are getting to him. In the morning, he guzzles a ton of coffee and gets all jazzed up reading the New York Times. That's okay. But in the evenings, he's been hitting his beer juice harder than usual. He gets morose and often falls asleep on the couch, even before Rachel has finished her opening monologue. The saving grace for this family is John's partner, Nancy. She's like a rock and almost never, ever gets boozed up. Both of them are desperate to throw Trump and the Republicans out of power. Enough with the meanness, the bigotry, the intolerance for gay people, the greed, and the denialism of science and factual reality. The great historian John Meacham pointed out there's always a chunk of Americans who will go to the dark side. After Joe McCarthy was thrown into disgrace, there were still 34% of the country who supported him. But for Pete's sake, there's got to be more decent people here than not. The majority of Americans just don't like the stupid party, as one of their own called it. So please, 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 vote blue. And let's save this democracy. Just imagine when Joe and Kamala beat Trump and the Democrats take back the Senate, me and millions of Americans will be doing our happy dance again.